Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic. What is the greatest comeback to an insult you've ever heard? Younger lady was acting like a total bitch in this restaurant to the staff, and this middle-aged lady said, "Oh honey, you're not pretty enough to act like that." Edit. Holy crap, this blew up. Guess we all appreciate it when people like this get put in their place. Thank you so much for the gold and silver, kind strangers. Why did I imagine this is a Southern Belle accent? I read it in John Goodman's voice. In a heated argument, my mom called my brother a son of a bitch. He replied, "You got that right." As a pain in the ass child, I was getting yelled at by my dad, probably for doing something dumb or dickhead. My dad had had it with my bullshit and yelled, "Listen here, you son of a bitch." I retorted, "It's not very nice to talk about mom like that, Dad. 0/10 would not recommend." What happened? Not quite an insult, but I still think of this comeback to this day. I have two little brothers and it was my dad's birthday, so the semi-extended family were all at a restaurant to celebrate. I had just graduated from my dad's alma mater, and my middle brother was currently a junior there. My youngest brother, a freshman, however, opted to go to state school. At one point my uncle said, "So, youngest brother, how does your dad feel about you breaking the trend of our last name, men going to alma mater?" My little bro thought for a moment and then said, "Well, he probably doesn't mind, considering I also broke the trend of not being able to get higher than a 3.0. The table exploded and my other brother and I just stared at each other across the table like, holy fuck, did we just get brutally murderer? It's especially funny because my little bro was one of those shy high school kids who went off to college and came back fun and socially confident. I was hoping that development would happen, I just never expected it to stab me in the fucking face. Did we just get brutally murderer? Can confirm sub 3.0 GPA. A's are nice, but C's get degrees. A friend of mine in first year university had never really dated any girls yet. This dumb meathead that we were kind of friends with told him, "When you do get a girlfriend, I'm totally going to fuck her." He responded, "If I had a girlfriend that would fuck you, her cheating on me wouldn't be the issue." I read that as meth head and I was wondering how he would have that much game. 1. Everyone thinks you're an asshole. 2. Well, you know what everyone thinks about you. Nothing. No one ever thinks about you. I know I don't. LOL, my best friend's dad has a joke that he tells me every time I visit. You know who asked about you the other day? Nobody. Edit. Somehow this is my highest rated comment and I also got gilded, thanks stranger. That's hilarious and such a dad joke. I feel bad for you. I don't think about you at all. Little Don Draper action. Another one of my favorite quips from that show is, "I'd tell you to go to hell but I never want to see you again." My dear grandmother. She had a quick and savage wit. My fierce and I held a meet the whole family get together at my house. It was the first time his father met my grandmother. His dad was a large, physically intimidating man with a beer gut. He began telling stories to my grandmother about how my fierce was a mischief maker when he was young. Then told my grandmother how he would take off his belt and whip Joe for being bad. My frail little grandmother stares directly at my hubby's dad's tummy and says, "Your belt? However could you find it?" Future father-in-law was gobsmacked. Grandmas are the most intense people. They don't have a filter. Edit. Wow, First Gold is talking about how great grandmas are. That's good, my grandmas are my favorite people, it feels natural that they are the reason why I get something nice. Love you Mimi and Grammy. Edit 2, grandmas overall are just great. My Grammy always loved it when I would write stories. Because of her I got into D&D and met my closest friends. Edit 3, I encourage everyone who wishes to be a grandma someday. I wish to someday be a great grandma as well, only problem is that I am a guy. They don't give a fuck. They know that no one is going to hit a little old lady, so they can run their mouth with impunity. Random kid, I bet you can't see your penis in the shower. My friend, nope, only your mom's head. Yes, I know this comeback was taken from somewhere, but that doesn't make it worse. Saw on Reddit the other day. Kid asking fat kid why he's so fat. Fat kid responds, "Because your mom makes me a sandwich every time I fuck her." Fuck, there is this British TV show where these guys harass the bartender, and one time the bartender asks one why he is so fat. He replies back with, every time I'm done shagging your mom she makes me a sandwich. I can't remember the name of that show. Doesn't matter if it's from somewhere else, in the context of that moment it must have felt as satisfying as his mom. Gordon Ramsay asks his daughter on camera, so what's it like being the daughter of the most famous chef in the world? His daughter replies, I wouldn't know, Jamie Oliver's not my dad. Boom. Roasted. I saw that episode. I think they were making chocolate balls for Christmas. Salty chocolate balls. Was once criticized by an older family member for having a stray tooth that gave me a bit of a craggy smile as an adolescent. It has settled in nicely. I was raised to not criticize what people can't help and to give compliments where possible, and so I did just that, sorta. Aunt, nice crocodile smile. Me, thanks. Aunt, it's just that tooth, you know, makes your smile all crooked, but it's not that bad. You could get it fixed. Me, I suppose, but I know I'll never have teeth as nice as yours are. They are like stars. Aunt, like stars. You mean as in bright? Me, no, as in they come out at night. My uncle had given me a book called 1001 Insults for Every Occasion, a while earlier, and that gem was in it. ETA or shucks, not used to such attention. I'm thrilled so many enjoyed this little anecdote. My family is rich in them, so I suppose I'll post more in the future as warranted. Thank you for my first gold, kind stranger, and the silver. I see you too. I'll strive to be generous. I hope the uncle wasn't her husband, otherwise if she found out, he would be sleeping at the couch. At that age, I doubt he'd give a fuck. Good stuff. When I was in middle school many years ago, a bully was teasing an awkward kid about not being able to get girls and being gay and never being able to get laid. Another bully spoke up to the first bully and said, "Bitch, you ain't had pussy since pussy had you," and the entire class and the teacher started laughing. The original bully shut up. Ash. The beauty of the food chain. There's always a bigger fish. I heard a story once about some girls in an elevator who were insulting some black guy in another language they thought he didn't understand, Hindi I think, specifically commenting on his ugly black face. Apparently the guy waited till the elevator reached his floor, looked at them, and in perfect Hindi said, "Better to have an ugly face than an ugly heart," and left. Edit, I wasn't expecting all the attention, so I just want to note some things. #1 Seriously, I don't know if it was Hindi, so to all you people bad-mouthing Indians / apologizing on behalf of them, I could easily be wrong. #2 Yeah, I know it might not have happened. The question was about great comebacks, not true stories. Dumb. Hitting them with the third eye beam. I witnessed this in high school. One of my friends was black but grew up with a Korean stepmom. Some girls were talking shit about her in Korean, and just before she got off the bus she turned around and reamed them out in fluent Korean. My mom majored in education of the deaf in college for a while. She and a friend of hers, both hearing, would often practice sign language together. One time they were out at a restaurant and signing to each other, and some waiters or something didn't realize they could hear and were making fun of them. They didn't say anything until they got up to leave. Edit, why are both of my top comments of all time about my mom? From Casablanca. Ugot, you despise me, don't you? Rick, if I ever gave you any thought I might. Michael Gisberg, I feel bad for you. Don Draper, I don't think about you at all. Lunch lady got me in front my whole class. Tuna fish was for lunch. I said, "Tuna fish, I'd rather a shit sandwich." Without missing a beat, this 80-year-old lady fires back, "Wait right there, I can make you one in the back." Needless to say, I went with the tuna. Don't fuck with old people. They have heard a lot of savage stuff. Also, don't fuck with people that make your food. Are you retarded? Why? Are you starting a club? Why am I not surprised that, on Reddit, the best comeback to an insult is literally just a variation of "no you." Also, mom. A neighborhood kid was picking on my daughter, and she replied with, "I'm sorry you are so sad." Kid just walked away. That's the type of thing that the bully will think about in the shower as an adult. 30-year-old bully crying in the shower in a fetal position. I just wanted her to notice me. Not my vulnerabilities. Mature. Amazing. A girl told me if I took my shirt off at the beach the glare would blind everyone, because I was so pale. I told her at least when I go the beach people don't try to push me back into the sea. It took me a hot second to come up with whale because my brain immediately went to sea hag. Thanks, brain. Good job there. Winston Churchill is attributed some great ones. Lady Aestia, Mr. Churchill, you're drunk. Churchill, yes madam, and you are ugly, but tomorrow I shall be sober. And also, Lady Aestia, Winston, if you were my husband, I'd poison your tea. Churchill, Nancy, if I were your husband, I'd drink it. One that I've seen attributed to Churchill. Churchill, madam, would you sleep with me for £5 million? Socialite, my goodness, Mr. Churchill. Well, I suppose we would have to discuss terms, of course. Churchill, would you sleep with me for £5? Socialite, Mr. Churchill, what kind of woman do you think I am? Churchill, madam, we've already established that. Now we are haggling about the price. Oh shh, that's beyond human savagery. Goddamn what a savage. And a liar. He had servants wake him up by bringing him martinis in bed.